On everybody, it's your boy Jobbers and Goons. We are here on a solemn day, a solemn moment. You see, yesterday was, there's no other way to put it, there's no elegant way to say it. That was the power scaling community's 9/11, dog. The community got fucked yesterday. So if you don't know, there's been a large Seththeprogrammer scandal, right? Clyde came out, made a huge video on it. Noodles did. There was a bunch of people that spoke on it. An animator came out from his Naruto-verse Ichigo. This shit got so out of pocket, so out of hand, and blew up so bad. These motherfuckers were on Keemstar yesterday. That's right. The power scaling community made it to Keemstar for all the wrong fucking reasons. First of all, if you're one of those Seth fans that ran from his channel, he lost like 20k plus subs, and you need a new home, I drop content almost daily. I'll never be on Keemstar. Yeah, come fuck with the kid. We drop content all the time. I make hilarious videos. I power scale as well. Shameless fucking plug, dog. I don't care. But anyways, getting back to the topic, right? They go on Keemstar, all this shit gets aired out. It was horrible. It was like 7 or 8 hours. It was fucked. Like, absolutely terrible, especially for the community. So, why do I keep saying that? Well, first of all, we had people outside of the community commenting on this shit and, like, weighing in. This includes the likes of Keemstar. This includes the likes of Moist Critical. Apparently, he addressed that shit on stream or something. That dude's platform's fucking massive. And they said some pretty non-endearing shit about the community, right? They're like, yo, this looks like the power scaling community's fucking weird. And then they're like, yo, this looks like all horrible people. Like, this is a terrible community. Everyone that likes anime in that community and stuff is bad. All that. A lot of stains were left on the community by people outside of it. And if we're being honest, can we blame them? Like, if you're looking at this situation with just a lens, right? And I encourage y'all to go watch the Keemstar shit if you haven't seen it, just so you can get more perspective on the situation. But you look at all this, you're like, man, that community is fucked up. A lot of doxing, a lot of hate, just terrible vitriol, like horrible things going on. And it's kind of true. Like, I've told y'all for 2-3 years now, I haven't been in the debating community at all. I saw the signs of wild shit. I was like, you know what? I don't want to hang around this shit. This place is fucked. Like, when I initially showed up in the power scaling / debating community, I was starting to build a channel, and I just loved talking about fiction. I was like, I thought because I grew up in barbershop talk. Like, yo, this player can beat that player. This fighter can beat that fighter, you know? So, barbershop talk with comic books was fucking lit to me. Like, that was my shit. So that's why I got into the community, and I realized, like, hey, you beat the wrong motherfucker in a debate, you scale Goku the wrong way, you might end up doxxed. Your mom's address might be out there. Like, this shit's crazy. Like, the community is very hateful. So that's left a huge stain on the power scaling community. Unfortunately, I make scaling content. Hey, I know Rob from Comics Explained rolled a fat blunt yesterday, son, because he's been hated power scaling. And for this to happen, he was like, man, what the fuck is that? I was right all along. Rob, hey, shout out to Comics Explained, man. That guy's a W, like, passively and actively. But anyways, it just made us look bad, man. Like, the power scaling community now has this stigma that we have to beat. It's so bad, y'all. By the way, smash the like button if you haven't already. Like, I have to consider not making power scaling content for a couple weeks, because I'm like, all I'm gonna get is comments about Seth, comments about, yo, like, what do you think about Seth? First of all, Seth could just go watch the Keemstar shit. Seth, I don't need to speak on Seth. Like, Seth said a lot of shit that spoke for him, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So I'm not gonna, like, I don't need to. Yeah, a lot of that shit was explained. I will say this, I got a lot of shit for telling y'all, hey, man, like, and I said this in a few comments, a few community posts, like, y'all need to be careful about who y'all call your scaling goat, because not every motherfucker's doing their own scaling. Not everybody is like as good as they portray to be. I knew about some of the script situations. I knew some of those videos he did weren't his own. He's come to me for my shit before, and I wasn't going to get any credit for it. Fuck that. Stuff like that. So that part to me is like the worst situation for him to deal with, because he could like put on a persona of being an asshole, sure, but if you portray yourself as an asshole who knows everything and like who is the smartest and brightest in the community and always gets it right, always brings the facts, the calcs, and we find out you're not the motherfucker behind the brains, brand's kind of fucked. So it's like, at least with my brand, I'm funny, right? Like, I'm funny, and I do a lot of shit that's entertaining. Even, let's say, God forbid, I had never power scaled anything in my life, and that was discovered. People were like, whatever, that motherfucker was funny, at least repping the shit he had, you know? But I digress. So there's also something else to address, right? There's a huge vacuum in the power scaling community now, right? Like, you can feel how you want about Seth, especially after now, but he was like a large staple in the power scaling community. He's one of the founding fathers. I would say mainstream founding father, Death Battle, obviously. The underground king founding father was Seth and his gang, right? So to deny like how important he was as a piece in the power scaling community, whether if you just want to say, you know, historically he was one of the first, or if you want to say, nah, he's one of the best, which obviously with the allegations of not doing his own work, that's hard to say. But there's a vacuum now. Like, he's gone. Maybe he'll still make content, but it's not the same, you feel me? So there's gonna be a vacuum, and I'm gonna try to fill that void, motherfucker. I think I'm a good enough power scaler. I think I'm funny enough, entertaining enough to fill that void. So we'll see. Hopefully people start to flock over here. I do need to get Goku a couple easy fucking wins on my channel. Maybe I'll have him fight Black Widow. Beat that bitch up. I don't know. But he needs an easy win so I can get the Goku fans over here. But yeah, nah, there's a vacuum. And you know, like, it's going to be interesting to see who kind of fills it. I will say, the good thing that came from this is the worst parts of the community have been aired out. Like, everybody knows about it now. So hopefully that fucking behavior stops. All the doxing, all the recording people, harassing people, like being fucking vicious, like going after them for days, months on a personal level because you disagree with scale. Hopefully all that shit dies out. Hopefully that shit's gone. Like, that would be amazing for everybody. But yeah, man, this was the worst day in power scaling history. The community looked horrible. Like, the fact that we were on Keemstar and went viral for all the wrong reasons is really unfortunate. And, you know, it's a heavy fucking situation, dog. Like I said, it's over on Keemstar's channel. You can check it out and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But hey, they didn't get Seth for his most horrendous crime of all, right? Like, the worst thing he's done as a YouTuber. They didn't mention that shit, so we're going to mention it to close the video. No one brought up his fucking Star Wars tier list. Damn, that shit was ass!